Hi, are we live?
Seems like we are.
Hey, hi, Yosha. How are you?
Hey, Fernio, fine and you?
Good, good. Glad to have you here. Um,
Yeah, it's been a while for me since my last town hall.
yeah,
So
yeah. Now they are monthly,
yeah,
so
I'm glad to be joining you again.
awesome. And this time we have Kate with us. Hi, Kate. How are you?
Hey, Kate.
Um,
I don't think we can hear him.
yeah, but
He's here.
uh, yeah, he's here and he's doing his magic for things
Yeah.
to work. Oh, speaking of getting things to work, maybe I should share the images we have prepared for today.
Yeah. So we have some very
Uh,
exciting news for today.
yeah, that should be visible now, I hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's go with the news. Um First bit of news actually comes from your side of the project, right?
Yeah.
Uh
So
mhm.
I can talk a bit more about that if you want.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. So one of the things that we've been working on the PM side was an analysis on the player churn. So that was something that we've been wanting to do for a while now. So we took some time to work with the analytics that we had and take a look at the behavior that the new players were having. And we were surprised to find that we were losing a lot of people on day zero, so around two-thirds of our new users were leaving the first day that they were playing the game. And we had a hypothesis, and it was that these people didn't have an exemplar to play. And
Mm.
we actually confirmed that. So it was very interesting because that means that there is a bunch of new players that want to play this game, but they either don't have the information or they don't have the means to get an exemplar. So we are trying to look for alternatives and solutions for this issue. We know that there are some ideas in discussion. We have seen them on Discord. So this is something that we want to work on.
Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't be turning players away. We have to
Yeah.
find an option for them. It's better for everyone if there are more players online every day.
Yeah.
So this is something pretty important for us, and it will be added to the roadmap.
Yes,
So
that's right.
great work there, Yosha. Nice
Thank you.
finding. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a bit worrying, but it's better to
Yeah.
know. It's a lot better to know that that's
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah, it's better to know. That's one of the things that I really love about analytics because sometimes you can get these very unexpected insights. So yeah.
Yeah, very
So
true.
what other news we have?
So the other bit of news, more internal to us. We share the roadmap on the previous monthly town hall. We um, we showed like 3 months forward from that point in time, but the goals we had set for us for June turned out to be more complex than we had anticipated. So we decided to shuffle things around so that we didn't have to make too many compromises with the features that we wanted to add, like to not be forced to cut them down until we lost the core of the features. So we decided that it was better to delay some things and bring some other things up closer in the roadmap. So let me show you. let's see what the roadmap looked like before, and I will show people, I will show everyone here how it's going to look now. So for the roadmap, what we had seen on the previous town hall looked like this. We were going to release female exemplars, lanterns, or rather common lanterns, and all lanterns would be now equipable on the belt. And after that, we were going to add chests and treasures to the game. Now on the June update, we were going to have a main menu redesign and also implement in-game chat. For July, we were going to release pets with an associated sale, Vox Charms fixes, which we had to disconnect a few releases ago because of interactions with the changes we were making to the game, and we wanted to have AI improvements. We've been getting complaints about how animals and enemies behave, and we want them to behave differently, so we want to have those improvements there. And for the rest of the year, we were talking about having new enemies, weapons, and a new zone, and the rest of the female exemplars, right? So what happened? Well, for May, we were able to release on the date that we have announced, and we were able to release all the intended features, so that went well. We were happy about that. But for June, we realized that the most of these features are actually a lot of work. Chest and treasures, it's a ton of work to get it at a point where it's interesting for gameplay, right? And the in-game chat, it's kind of double-edged sword in that you can have, we think it will make the game a lot more fun, lively, and much more entertaining, much more like a social experience if you can chat right there with the people that are online at the same time as you are. But a lot of things can go wrong with chat, so we have to make sure that we have multiple safeguards in place. So what did we decide? We decided to move the in-game chat feature to August, to the August update, so a couple months in the future, alongside with the main menu redesign, which is actually it's nice to have. It's like it's a polish work. It's a way of making the game look higher quality in general, but it's not blocking. The main menu does have all the features we need right now, so the redesign is not time critical. And the chest and treasures will be moved to September, so that we also can have like all the elements and components in place, so that the gameplay can be interesting and fun. But in exchange for these features moving to a later point, we've been able to accelerate the introduction of a new enemy to the game, which I will show in more detail later. And we've also integrated a crash reporting solution to the game client. So now, whenever someone experiences like one-off bugs and weird behaviors in the game that may not happen, may not be possible to reproduce. Maybe it happens once to a couple of players. We will get we will get warnings if there was any kind of code error, any exception or crash or error big enough to trigger the automatic reporting. We will get information, and uh, this will help us know what errors are actually happening to players and prioritize them accordingly. So we're very happy for having that reporting in place now in the game. It will help us accelerate accelerate fixes and keep the quality up. So moving on to the July update, we will keep the pets feature. It will still release during July, but we've decided to postpone the new pet sale to a later point, not yet decided. We have to at least see how many pets people end up having in between sales and boxes and compensations. So no new pet sale during July, and the box charms we need also to delay it for a bit. Engineers have their hands full, and we need to prioritize. So the box charms, I'm aiming for re-implementing them during the August release. And for NPC AI improvements, we've realized that we are missing some tools for actually being able to make these changes. So we will need to dedicate engineering time to internal work, something that won't be visible in the game at first, at least, but it will help our game designer to better understand the behaviors and the decisions of the NPCs, because like algorithms don't tell the whole picture. It's a whole interaction thing between the NPCs when they're running in the simulation. So what will we put? What will we add to the July release? Given these changes, we looking at the feedback we've been getting in Discord, we've decided that we need to improve inventory management for people with multiple NFTs. So that will be launched alongside the pets support in the game. So we think those two need to go out together. Just because the mere fact of enabling pets will make people have a ton more NFTs that show up in the game. So hopefully we get a solution that works for everyone, even people that have many Mirandus NFTs. And so how does the new roadmap look like now? For June, we will come out with a new enemy, a female elf exemplar, and the crash reporting library. During July, we will have pets and inventory management. And for August, this is completely new. We'll have the, or rather, we hadn't talked about August on the previous town hall. We will have the Vox charms, the in-game chat, and the main menu redesign. Then those were moved from previous milestones. And we should also be able to get the female orc exemplar included in the game, and also we are aiming to have a new zone preview. This is something that I was really looking. I was discussing with our game designer, lead game designer, how to get this in the hands of people as soon as possible. And we decided that we will roll out new zones in stages. We will come out with only the environment first, so that people can actually walk around and see the place and get to know it, explore without enemies, without animals, um, without resources either. So a bit like it will be similar to when we had like some outages a while ago uh, where resources didn't spawn and the world was like empty, but you could just take a walk and look around and take your time. I want uh, to let players have that same experience again with the new zone before making it into a full-blown gameplay area. So if everything goes according to plan, we should be able to have this preview during the August release. And for September, besides chest and treasures and the internal AI tools, we wish to release the female dwarf exemplar, so that we are getting closer to having all characters available again in the game. So yeah, it's it's been
It's very exciting.
yeah, it's been difficult making all
Yeah,
the pieces fit together alongside the roadmap. But I think we have something that will be fun to watch as we piece it together.
that's true. And hopefully the players will enjoy it too.
Yeah, that's our main objective.
Yeah.
That players have a good time with the game. Um, so a bit more information about the June update. There you can see a bigger rendition of our new enemy, the Goblin Brute. So what more can we say about him? Um, well, he will be the strongest and most dangerous enemy that we will have in Narrow's Landing. The idea is for him to be too powerful to face alone. So people should be, if they want to engage in combat with him, they should try and bring as many friends as they can. So hopefully this is exciting for people that were craving for more of a challenge in the game. I know I've seen some messages in Discord about that. I know we shown the model in action, but we're still working on it to make it a full-blown enemy. So hopefully in 2 weeks' time, in June 10th, we'll be able to release the June update, and you will be able to measure your strength against the Goblin Brute. We're also releasing the female elf, so as before, you will be able to choose whether you want to play with a male or female in the main menu. And you won't need to craft your armors again. You will be able to use the same armors you may have crafted with the male elf. And finally, the crash reporting library we implemented, which happens automatically, so players don't need to click on anything or remember to send their crash reports. It will uh, it will just work. And besides what we are launching, our team is as we speak working on pets in-game chat and chests and treasures, so that we we're trying to make sure that these features at least don't suffer any more delays than they have. So yeah, could be an interesting update, a fun one, and fun next months for the project.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and now for the QA section of the town hall. I know you chose a few questions yourselves, Yosha,
Yeah.
to check. So let's go on with the first one. Um,
Okay. So yeah, today. Today was the day. So thank you, Fernia, for that. So we wanted to answer this question because for some people it might seem obvious, but we saw it several times. I think I saw it like 3 or 4 times. People asking about the roadmap. So one of the instances where we are sharing this updated roadmap is the town halls. So just like we did today.
Mhm.
And usually after these updates that we do in the roadmap, the image is shared on Discord. So you can pretty much always find it there, at least the more updated version. And Fernia is always taking the time to discuss these changes with the community. Now that we are going to have these monthly town halls, you will see all these changes. You will see the most updated version. So don't worry. So for all the people that asked about the roadmap, this is the the moment to see it, and you will have it on Discord afterwards. So don't worry. Okay, so I think we can move on to the second question.
Okay.
So, are we still developing Mirandus? So, yeah, we're still developing Mirandus. So, one of the main differences that we have compared, for example, to 2024 was that in 2024 we had these sporadic playtests. We did have the one with the golden bunny. And now the difference is that the game is always available for you guys to play. This happened in November last year. So, what we are doing now is that every month we want to have these new releases with new content. So it's more like a live ops, I don't know, schedule.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, that's the main difference. But the game is still in development. That's why it's obvious to say that the game is not complete. But we are still working on it, and we are doing our best to have content every month. I don't know if you want to add something to that, Fernie.
No, you said it perfectly. It's we are the most important thing for us is the monthly cadence, so that people always see what we are doing, so that there's no doubt that the game is still under development.
Yeah, cadence. That was the word that I was. Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. So this is another one that we saw several times in the Google Forms that we sent to you guys. So when will there be real Materium earning? So this is something that we've been working on since last year. Now the thing is that it's something that it takes a lot of work, and we have to do that work in parallel with the monthly cadence that we just mentioned. So that is why it's taking a while. So one of the things that we want to do for this year is to start shifting from the test materium that we currently have in the game to real Materium. It won't be with all the sinks and sources that are possible in the game because we are still in development. So there are a lot of things that we haven't done yet. But we do want to start shifting from the test Materium to the real one. Now, this is not yet included in the roadmap that Fernia showed because it's more towards the end of the year. But it's something that we are already working on, and hopefully we can deliver this before the end of 2025. So yes, because we know that you guys really want to have real Materium. Yeah, I think we can move to the next one. Maybe it's also related to Materium. The next one.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a way to purchase Materium directly from Gala? So no, at the moment there is no way to purchase Materium directly from Gala. So another thing that we have been discussing is a way to give this Materium in-game. So as part of the analysis of the Materium in general, so we have two main, I don't know, axes maybe. So one is giving Materium and the other one is taking the Materium out of the economy. So this is what we call the sinks and sources. And at the moment, we don't have as a source a direct purchase from the store. This is something that is not available at the moment. So the only Materium that you see is the one that was given before. So there was some Materium in the shipwreck crates. There was some Materium giving in some playtests. So yeah, that's the available Materium out there at this moment. So yeah, the answer for this one is no. So we can move to the next one, please. Okay, so this is a long one. Have most of the buildings and deeds utility been established? And when can we expect integration or documentation on said utility? So there is a basic utility that was established when the NFTs were minted. However, the detailed work on this is not yet completely done. Now, the design team has been working exploring this building's utility in more detail. So that's something that has been done by Kuro, led by Kuro. But the official documentation and the integration is something that we cannot expect soon. So for this year, it's still too soon. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of buildings. So yeah, sadly for I don't know who asked this question, but sadly for you, it's not something that we can expect in the near future. And we
Next
have
questions.
one more. This one is also a long one. So lands such as villages and higher tier lands, will they automatically be placed, or do you have to search an area and place it yourself? So what we are planning to do at this moment is that they will be fixed in place in the world, and you will be able to claim them if you have the proper NFT. So it will be more or less how the game is looking right now. So you can see that there are lands and there are buildings. So the next step would be that those lands and those buildings are able to be claimed, of course, if you have the NFT for those lands and those buildings. And that's the last one I have.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining. And thank you, Yosha, for joining me this time. It was I'm glad to have you join me and provide your expertise on the PMing side and also the streaming side. A lot more experience than me. So thank you for that.
Yeah, now you have someone to talk to. So that's nice.
Yeah.
During the town halls. So yeah, hopefully I can join in the next one too. And yeah, we had a lot of exciting news.
Yeah, so
And
to
that's it.
reiterate, we will launch, we should be able to launch the June update on
June
Tuesday
10th.
10th,
Yes.
2 weeks from now. And we should have another town hall um, on the 1st of July, I think it will be. We will post the exact date on Discord, but it depends on the dates of the updates and the where it falls on the calendar on the
Mm.
day of the week. So we will be posting, but it will be uh, monthly releases and monthly town halls.
Yes, that's right.
So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you,
Thank
Yosha. Thank you,
you.
Kate.
Thank you, Farnia. Thank you,
Take care,
Kate.
everyone. Bye.
See you soon. Bye bye.